Hey everyone, this is the Oncidium Moon Shadow Tiger Tail that I got for free from the person who sold me a lot of my cheap orchids. And this one is actually really small, and when I first got it, it has all of its leaves on the pseudobulbs, but the pseudobulbs were really wrinkly, and of course they still are. I think it was neglected, and it wasn't doing that well. It was potted in a soil mixture, and it was really dry. Of course, the pseudobulbs, as you can see, are all wrinkly, and it's not at all stable right here. I probably should have stabilized it, but I just wanted to do an update on it because I repotted it in a bark mixture, and it's doing really well now after 2 months. As you can see, this is a new growth, and there's actually a smaller new growth right behind it, but it's really hard to see, so I'm not going to try to zoom in. And there's actually, surprisingly, 2 new growths on this side as well, and these are more visible, easier to see over here. There you go. So what I did was just take it home, clean it up, repotted it in a very coarse bark mixture, and I didn't want to jam it all in there because I didn't want to hurt the roots, because the roots weren't that good to begin with. And then what I did was I put sphagnum moss on the top, and I actually had more at some points, but I didn't want it to encourage crown rot, so I took some of it off. But I put sphagnum moss on the top just to keep the humidity high, because where I live the humidity is very low, and I kept it moist all the time. So what I did was I watered it about once a week, but in between watering I also used a mister and mist these areas around the plants, and I made sure I didn't hit any of the pseudobulbs. So it was mostly just like on top, and I kept it in a south-facing window where it gets a lot of morning light. So the method that I find that's working for my sick orchids is just to repot it and water it once weekly, but also have wet sphagnum moss on the top just to keep the humidity a little bit higher and keep it sort of damp most of the time, and also have it in facing the morning light, because I find that the morning light is actually healthier for my plants than the afternoon light. So most of my plants are sitting, of course, on this windowsill where it has a lot of morning light. And because it's winter time, there's actually not a lot of light on some days, so it's really good for it to get as much light as possible. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.